Okay, I am still here on island, landlocked here on the island that I enjoy and love so very much. Landon is in a much different place right now in Thailand. And I gotta say, envy's a sin, but dude, I'm super, super jealous because they got great food over there.
Yeah, they have great food and great views. And so this is my view from the hotel this morning. Uh,
Ah,
I I and my colleagues just checked in yesterday here at the Amari Watergate Hotel in near Siam Square. And so it's just a beautiful view over here this morning to watch the sunrise come up. And so I'm also being joined by three from Hawaii. We're the United States representatives to the Typhoon Committee that'll be meeting in person all this coming week. The first time we've met in person since before the COVID pandemic, when we were all on Guam in November of 2019 at the Outrigger Resort Hotel.
okay. I'm gonna take two wild guesses here. Just completely off the top of my head, completely off script. One, I'm assuming you're on the 30th floor.
25th, you're very close.
Okay,
So
okay.
if this is Price is Right, you went over and you lost.
There you go. Well, $1, please. Okay. And maybe my fuzzy logic is a little bit hazy on this one too, but be careful what you do there with the windows open because past history has shown that things at the Watergate, don't go so well.
I always keep the lights down low at night, so we'll
There you go.
hope that works.
Well, we know the only thing that you are doing is keeping an eye on the weather back here, where you're from. So what have we got this week? Because man, it was hot this past weekend, and then it rained an insane amount last night.
Yeah, there's been it's really nothing big on the larger scale trends. We have Guam right over there. This is my
There we are.
makeshift satellite view from the internet, but we're watching just a lot of trade wind disturbances push through. And so at best, we're going to see some light to moderate showers, maybe briefly heavy, but these things are moving right on by. So we're not looking at any kind of flood potential with such a system. But these things would just be more of a nuisance, just zipping on by. But more of the story is the winds across the region. So Guam, this is Palau right here, Yap, and then the Mariana Islands. If you notice the green, those are 15 to 20 knot sustained winds, and the yellows are 20 to 25 knots. And zooming farther to the east, we have this large belt of strong winds just all upstream of us in the western North Pacific. And that's all generating these wind waves and trade wind swell that'll be coming our way in the coming days. So wind is a big story. We have breezy conditions across the CNMI 20 to 25 knot winds, where the Saipan airport has been reporting wind gusts up to 35, 36 miles per hour through the overnight hours. And so the winds are a little bit less of a story for Guam, but the stronger winds are Rota and northward, zipping on across there overnight and yesterday evening. And that's going to be the story through the week ahead. Now, keep in mind, we're coming up into the dry season. We might get another bout of tropical weather. We'll see if that happens. Right now, the long range trends does not support any kind of tropical weather, at least for the next week to 10 days. But when the winds surge across the region, those advisories also come up across the region, including a high risk of rip currents through Wednesday afternoon along east-facing reefs. So that could be extended depending on the ongoing trade wind swell and wind waves coming in from the east, but also a small craft advisory for frequent wind gusts or sustained winds of 22 knots over the next couple of days, as well as combined seas of 10 feet. So if you're not a seasoned mariner, best to stay on land. Do not go out in the water
And
because it's
that
going to be
includes
pretty
surfers too, because
rough.
you're definitely considered mariners when you head out and do anything on the water. So please, everybody, be safe.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going to be along the east side, that's like a First Beach, Talafofo area, it's not going to be a very friendly surfing wave or swell because it's going to be a lot of wind chop, a lot of junk out there. So
Okay, now
it's
there's
not going to
something
be fun to
interesting.
surf.
Let's talk about that, Landon, for just a sec, because I know when the wind kicks up, and like you said, like very, very fittingly, on the east side of the island, over at Just Pirates Cove, I know that's a favorite place of yours. You see the windsurfers, and those guys are, like on the big, they got the big sails and they're on top of the surfboard, a little bit more stable, and you see them like absolutely fly across the horizon. But we want everybody to be safe. So I mean, it's great conditions for them, but it's still they're sportsmen. They also know when it's a little bit too dangerous, and they know when to back off.
Yeah, that's exactly it. They know the conditions. And so if you see people doing it, don't venture out if you've not done it before. Some of
Yeah,
these
they're
people that have
pros.
been doing it for many years, they're pro at this. They do it for a living. So don't see it and think, okay, it's safe. I'm going to go out there as well. When in
Absolutely.
doubt, don't go out.
There you go. Okay. Before we go, we do want to say one thing because, we talk about, is it going to be hot? Is it going to be wet? Is it going to be windy? Is it going to be, thundering and lightning and everything? Can we please have absolutely wonderful conditions for our beloved postal delivery people, men and women? Because, I mean, as they say, nor rain, nor sleet, nor snow, and we get certainly more of the first than the last two and everything. Why should it have to come to that? We want our postal workers who bust their butts this time of year, bringing me my Christmas presents, doing their job in good conditions so that they can be happy and they can do their job. Shout out to all the postal
Yeah,
delivery people.
yeah, definitely. They will be feeling the hustle over the next several weeks as we come closer to Christmas. So kudos to the U.S. Postal Service and all the work that they do to keep our mail coming and going through the holiday season. But
And
yeah,
just like you, they are
sunscreen,
very devoted federal employees.
yes. And so we work around the clock to make sure the work gets done. And so even
Absolutely.
when the post office shuts down for those heavy weather events, the weather service we're still going. So we like to jostle them once in a while.
Okay. Meanwhile, you're a tourist right now, so I'm gonna let you go and like order some of that amazing, chicken lemongrass and Penang. I mean, you're getting the legit stuff because you're right there and everything. Please don't be the tourist and just because you're there order room service and get a hamburger, man. Get some local food.
Are you saying I should not have had McDonald's last night? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
That's
I
cool.
had
No, okay.
I had
Is the McDonald's different in Thailand? Because I know they have a different menu like in Asia and in Europe.
there's a little bit of differences, but the routine stuff like the chicken nuggets and fries are the same. But the sauces, oh my gosh, the variety of sauces is spectacular.
Ooh.
They have a nice little spice to it. But yeah, I had street side pad thai yesterday about 11 o'clock p.m. Top notch. My gosh, on the sidewalk. And
How
so
are
you
you
can
even
get so much.
awake right now? That man, that pad thai knocks me out.
I'm always around the clock.
There you go. Well, yeah, and we're gonna talk to our friend Davina Evaristo over at McDonald's, trying to get some of those sauces here because they are amazing.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I've seen
Oh,
them
the
on
plum
TikTok.
sauce.
All right, hey, safe travels, man. We'll
Fantastic.
talk to you soon.
Thanks, Jason.
Bye.